Hey, I'm Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok. Today on Ask the American, I'll answer a question from Zoki in the U.S., in New York specifically. He writes me and says, I find your videos very informative. I actually skipped dinner as I was more hungry to learn about your experiences of living in Thailand with a Thai wife, and children. I very much like your brutally honest approach. It's refreshing to see. Thank you. I am very much considering to not only live in Thailand, Bangkok, but also to marry a Thai woman. The reason I'm considering Thailand is that I have friends who are retired living in Phuket who are both married to Thai ladies, and like you, they have 2 children each. They are very happy and would never leave paradise. I love tropical settings, the sand and sun, swimming, Thai food, and a woman with dark hair. Do you think I'm going to the right country? Originally, I too wanted to live in Phuket, but the women, that I am in contact with live in Bangkok. They are different career-wise, but are all very smart and intuitive. They range from a school teacher, a nanny, a government office clerk, to a business owner. All seem to be real and diligent with their careers, and most of all, their family-centered orientation. They are family-centered orientation towards traditional views about marriage. I do not know much about life in Thailand other than what I have heard from friends, books, TV, movies, and your clips. Let me flash back for you. I was married to a woman for 16 years and together for 21. We had many wonderful years and memories. No children because she could not have any. It was in the last 5 to 6 years of our relationship that I noticed a change in her. Many things happened, yada yada yada. I'm not going to get into it, but basically, fast forward. Now I'm in the process of selling the house and moving on with my life. They are divorced. I have heard about living in Thailand for about $1,100 US a month, and about men losing their life savings on the wrong woman. I have an understanding about life and how it works, but limited knowledge about life in Thailand. I have a desire and passion about my life in Thailand and my future wife, who will be a Thai lady. For many years, I have been living life to take care of others, and it is time to take care of me as well. I thank you in advance for any and all information that can shed some light and insight. My plan is to go to Bangkok, meet the ladies, and see which one will be my wife, rent an apartment, and see how I acclimate to my new surroundings. My concerns are dowry to the family, what is expected, marriage in Thailand, what forms and legalities to know, scams and crimes against Americans, if any. What do you know about the Thai woman's mindset with American husbands? I've been told that the fathers and families are open-minded, but what is the likely reality with their feelings towards Farah? I hope your project is moving along and that your knowledge can help many. Your clips have been a big plus in understanding the road ahead. Much appreciated. Thanks and all the best, Zoki. Okay, first of all, Zoki, I think you're going about this the wrong way, okay? You don't think that you're going to get married to a Thai woman just because you're talking to them online. As far as I know, from what you've told me, you've never even been with a Thai woman. You have no experience with them. You don't even know if you'll like them. So I think you're putting the cart before the horse. And I think that you really need to just slow down. That's the first thing. Slow down. Don't expect anything. And what I said, or what I think rather, and what I said to my wife is that I think that at the very least you should come here for a year or two and get to know the culture, get to know these women very slowly, and determine what you want to do and if you even want to be married to them. When I told my wife this, she said to me, if this guy comes over and gives a year or two to these girls, he'll probably end up with no money. So that gives you an idea of what she thinks about it. Personally, I think that when you're dealing with women online, it's very risky. It's better just to come to Thailand. Hey, you want to hang out with these girls, you want to get to know them, fine. But why not just meet people in person? To me, that's a lot better. Call me old school, call me what you want, but online nowadays, from what I know, the guys that I know, they meet women online, and these women are in the sack with them the first night, or the second night, whatever, the second date, and it's because they're hungry to get married. It's not necessarily about you, it's more about that they want that security of being married. So I think that's the first thing you need to do, is just slow down. Okay, getting to your questions. You've heard that you can live in Thailand for about $1,100 a month. Yes, you can, but you're living for $1,100 a month. You better make sure that you're hooked up with the right woman, because if you're not, she's not going to put up with you making, that's only about 35,000 baht a month. That's not very much. You better be sure you have a good woman, because if you don't, she's going to be like, that's peanuts. That's really a very small amount of money, even for Thais. It's not all that much money. So like any other woman, they want stability. Like women around the world, they want stability, they want security, and if you're making more money, this generally provides that. It's not always about the money, but it's definitely about security. So I think that you are going to have to be very, very careful with your money. Also, the dowry to the family, what is expected, really depends on the family of the woman. Some women, their families don't ask for a dowry, and some they do. But if your woman is not a virgin, if she has children, if she has ever worked in a bar or anything like that, her value goes down. For an older woman, the value goes down. The value, I don't want to say the value, that doesn't sound very good, but it's the truth. But the amount of the dowry is generally lower in those cases. I mean, they may only ask for 50,000 baht. Some may say 100,000. Some may say 300,000. Some may say 500,000. It really just depends on the family and the girl, what quality woman she is. You can hear that's my neighbors. The Kway shop, the soup shop. Marriage in Thailand. What forms and legalities to know? Well, basically, in Thailand, you're going to need to register the marriage at the Ampur, which is the local area, the local jurisdiction in your area. You're going to have to register it. That registers the marriage in Thailand. As far as the United States Embassy goes, you're going to have to go to the embassy with the marriage paperwork, and you're going to have that translated into English. Let me think if there's anything else I'm forgetting. It's got to be that has to be notarized, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I've been married. Scams and crimes against Americans, if any. I would say be very, very careful. Do not put anything into a woman's name that you've only known for a year or two. I just think that's a mistake. You better make sure that she's in for the long haul, for better or worse, before you start doing something like that. What do you know about the Thai woman's mindset with an American husband? Well, I think they're like any other wife or any other woman. They want you to do your best. They want you to think about the family. Contrary to what you might hear or read, they don't want you running around, screwing around on them. Some may be more tolerant than others. My wife is not tolerant, and there are many, many wives who they're just not tolerant of it. They will not put up with it. They'll leave you. So it sounds like, from what I understand, you are intent on being married and probably faithful. That's a good idea. To me, I think it causes problems in a relationship. I've seen many people who don't abide by this. They run around, do whatever they want. and they put her second. They make her second. She's not involved in their life as much as, say, a foreigner, like an American married to an American, and that's okay in some instances, but for the most part, I think in the case of my wife and I, we know what's going on with each other in our lives, and we know about what's going on with money, what's happening, what we're spending money on. We're very open about things, and I think that's very important. I've been told that the fathers and families are open-minded, but what is the likely reality with their feelings towards Farang? Well, personally, I don't care what anybody thinks about me or Farang. I really don't care. If they don't like me simply because I'm a Farang, that's the same as saying I don't like you because you're white, I don't like you because you're black, you're yellow. I don't give a shit. If they don't like me, I don't care. And the older I've become, as I've grown older, I care less about what people think of me. I don't care if they say, "Oh, you've got a gut." I don't care. "Oh, you're short. You're this. You're losing your hair." I don't care. Say whatever you want about me. I don't give a shit. You say whatever you want, because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, all that matters is that I'm happy, my family's happy, we're taken care of, we're healthy. That's all that matters. So at the end of the day, what the family thinks, in the end, if you're going to marry this girl, you better hope that she has some influence with her family, and can say to her family, "Hey, listen, this guy's a great guy," and they listen to her. Some will not. Some will say, "He's a Farang, he needs to pay," and you may come across a family who they're constantly, every time you come over, it's, "Hey, buy me beer, do this, do that." Generally, if someone, I've been in that situation before. I've had a girlfriend before that I would go to her house, and her brothers would ask me to buy them beer, pay for this, "Hey, get me some food, do this," and I bought one a beer, and then he finished the beer, and he asked me to buy him another beer. And I thought, listen, I'm not a bank. I'm not going to set a precedent where I'm going to buy things for you all the time. So I told him no. And then the girl said to him, "Shut up. Go buy your own beer." And that was the end of that. I mean, you are the one who opens your wallet. You're the one who controls if you transfer the money from abroad. You're the one who releases the purse strings on your funds. So you can't blame a woman who, if she takes your money, blame yourself for opening up your purse strings too freely. Don't blame her. I mean, you can blame her, sure, but in the end, it comes down to you. You're the one who lets go of the cash. And the thing, what I would do is, just like in the U.S. or elsewhere, I think you have your own account with your own money. You have, and she doesn't have access to that. You have an account that is for the family or for you and her, and then she has her own account. And that way, everything is separate, but you are still a family unit. And I think that works best. So yeah, that's what I think about the family. I think it's important that the family likes you. They don't have to jump up and down every time they see you and act like they're thrilled or anything like that. I mean, my wife's family was never like that, but they were always very polite to me. They were never rude to me. They never bothered me for money or anything like that, and I consider them to be very good to me. And they love the fact that I love my kids very much, and that I'm good to my kids, and that I love my wife, and that I treat her well most of the time. So anyway, I think that answers pretty much all of your questions for now. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Send in your questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. I'm getting to the point now where I'm getting a lot of questions that are they're more than one question. There's 10 questions in one question, and I'm getting multiple questions every day, so it's getting harder and harder for me to keep up. I don't mind, but please give me time to answer the questions. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di lat jakan mai. Please click like, please subscribe, please visit my website. Do whatever you can. I'm going to, where am I going? Singapore next month by train. Then I'm going to fly to Phnom Penh for 1 night. So I'll be in Singapore for 3 nights. And then I'll come back to Bangkok, and I'll have all that on video. I have some great things planned. So please follow me. Keep watching these videos. Share. Tell your friends. You know the routine. So until next time, take it easy. Ciao.